Thomas, how would you assess the team's performance today?
Many good things, but also a few things we need to improve. I would say that in the first 30 minutes we couldn't control the game enough. Part of it was because of Wycombe's good pressure, and they were a little bit all over us. And I think we lack a little bit that enough quality on the ball, but also when we can't be on top of our game, we need to know the basics and get them nail them right, and that is the duels. So we need to win our duels, and we need to protect the ball better in the duels when that happened, and then work our way into hopefully control the game on the ball. I think after the goal, but also last 50 minutes first half, I think we got on top, played more behind, was running more in behind, and that helped massively. And from there on, I think we were on top. Of course, the red card as well just gave us more. I think we were patient. I think we produced the chances we needed to produce to score the 2-0 goal that could have put the game to bed. Then unfortunately we make a mistake. That happens, but it's the reaction to that mistake we need to do better. We need to be more calm, not rush it, and I think we did that. But in the end, we got the deserved win, and we won the penalty shootout, so that was fine.
You mentioned in terms of duels and winning those battles. Is that something that you can work on individually with players? Is it a mentality thing? How do you go about getting that better? Yeah,
I think it's a bit of a mentality. But for example, I think actually one of the ones who did it very well in there today was Matty. I think he was maybe the best player on the pitch today, and he is not a normal duel player. He's a fantastic football player, but I think he did that very well. But I think there's a situation where we were a little bit, we need to win that duel and need to go forward. So something we just need to address. I think we did it very well last year in games where we couldn't be on top, that we still could compete and win those duels. So maybe we were taking a little bit off guard because they came high in the pressure, but that's normal in a game. Sometimes you lose momentum and then you need to fight your way back into it.
Final one on Jules before we move on, but you mentioned Jensen there, who played 40-odd championship games last year. You didn't have many others out on the pitch who'd played that many games at this level, this intensity. Is that something, do you think, that some of them will get better at as they play more games at this level?
Yeah, 100%. And I think it is. I think if we bear in mind that we actually lacked 8 players from or something like that from. I don't know. I would not say the normal lineup, but 8 players who played a lot, maybe 35 to 40 championship games last year. Then I'm pleased with the performance. There were some new guys that needed to adapt to the way we want to play in the first competitive game. Charlie, Tony, who both did well. Dom came in, did well. Rico to the right side. Jan hasn't played that many games. Tariq again, a good starter. Sergi back in the first competition. So there's a lot of relatively new faces, but I think they did well in general.
If we talk about that period, sort of the start of the second half, you started the second half brightly. They had a man sent off, and then you should probably, if everyone's being honest, have scored a second or maybe even a third goal at that point. How do you make that better? I
think that's a little bit down to margin sometimes, quality on the day, but of course it's something we're working on constantly on the pitch in terms of where do we want to put the crosses, what kind of runs do we want to have in the box, and also for them to learn each other better.
How difficult is it in this current period where you've got obviously Brian Mbeumo as well on international duty, Ivan Toney's just come into the club, Sergi's just coming back from injury. You're not able to sort of get those front players working together as you would like, whatever happens with everyone from last year.
No, of course that's a part of it. I think one thing is what you work on the training pitch, and of course we've done our work going into this game or the last 3.5 weeks, or how much time it is. But the next bit, of course, to get, let's say, Brian back, Josh back, and these players, it's also the relationship on the pitch is growing, day by day on the training pitch, game by game, and that's also the understanding where they talk to each other. When I come into field, I actually want it in behind, and all the small signals linked with the structure I want in the offensive play. So that's why we call it coaching, and it sometimes takes time.
You're going to have that full group back on Thursday. I guess ideally, would you have longer?
Yeah, Of course, I would love it longer. I would prefer that, but that's the way it is, and we will deal with that. And I will make sure that we are ready to start new season or a new championship season on Saturday.
In terms of today's game, penalty shootout, 4 out of 5 scored. Luke's made a good save. Lots of people, the English have always talked about penalties as a lottery. I'm not sure that we as a football club would go down that line. Was there preparation involved in that?
Yeah, it was. I think I need to be always honest. So we didn't prepare for it, not because we didn't think that it could be penalty shootout. We knew that for this specific game, but we did a lot preparation for the playoffs last year, and that was only 4 weeks ago or something like that. I can't remember, 4 or 5 weeks ago. So that preparation, that definitely helped 4 out of the 5 shooters and Luke, definitely.
And then in this competition, Southampton away next. It's a trip to a Premier League club. Any thoughts on that?
No. New game, new opportunity, new game to win.